morning internet, and welcome to yet another of my videos. As you can see, I'm all dressed up and geared for yet another wintry morning to an event that takes place in our church once every year. It's called Manhood, and yes, it's mostly for guys. I'm going to leave that topic alone because we're a church and we represent certain criteria, morals, and I'm going to leave that alone. This is about motorcycles, and the point is, it's all about manhood, and I'm excited to bring across what the day has to offer for you. But I want to take this opportunity without wavering, hopefully, which has happened before, in telling you why it is that I'm doing this and how long it is that I've been going to this particular church. I joined it in 1999 or 2000 as a result of having been advised by a friend in Nelspruit when I was converted. I'll tell you that story later on. In the meantime, the VFR is warming up because it's cold. This bike has a habit of idling high in cold weather conditions, even after what I've been told I should be doing, which is take it for a service, top up the water levels on the radiator, and hopefully the idling goes down as she starts warming up. In the meantime, it's cloudy, but it's one of those high clouds that I have total confidence that it will turn into a beautiful day. And the warm up slightly, the temperatures are about 1 degree. Inside the garage you're looking at 7, so she's probably going to go down as I start riding. But in the meantime, she's polished and ready to go for an expo that we're going to be using the church as a vessel to bring across people to a message that I cannot wait to hear from 2 pastors that are coming from outside the church. And I will bring you what I can as usual when I'm there. In the meantime, have a blessed time, have a cup of coffee if you're still at home in the cold, and enjoy the visuals I'm about to bring you. So, cue the intro. And so here we are at the church, already inside, and the turnout is starting to heat up as early as it is. A wonderful and exciting venue so far, with people gathering, and of course the expo that I spoke about starting to appear. And here's the line out so far. This is the motorbike section, and this is the part that I came and represent. Our brother Marlon has just arrived in his boulevard, and yeah, we seem to have a decent line out for the day. They've opted for a different line out and a different setup on the motorcycles, and I'm excited to bring you the testimony that I'll be bringing you later on in the video. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring you the footage that I can of the events that will be taking place, but complete the motorcycle. So we got a Triumph here, a Tiger, a new one, a couple of NCs, the VFR, number of Harleys, and the Jigs and Marlins Boulevard. Let's see what else I can bring you as we move along. And if that wasn't enough, we're now watching the main match of the day, All Blacks against the Bokke, and that'll be part of the event today. Right now you're seeing the All Blacks. Trust me, the Bokke are there somewhere. So, and I've just been joined by good company. Absolutely. Who's it to? Okay, and the All Blacks performing their ritual. But that small little South African there, the blonde one, will sort them out. Okay, and obviously with the match going on, apparently the score's already 10-0 for the All Blacks. So I'm going to deny the privilege of giving that match any attention as a result of the score. And the reason for that is because I'm not an All Blacks fan. I'm a Bokke fan.
How are you?
Hey, my brother.
Okay, you win the
see
today.
you. No, it's too cold, man. I brought the bike. There's the bike.
Brought a bike in here. Getting in everybody's way. Let's join him.
Sorry.
Today aren't just here to play PlayStation, they're here to take authority for their families, their children, their communities, and South Africa. Amen? So what you say will be one more time. Say rock, rock, Kazaa. Come on, rock, rock, Kazaa. Lift the roof off, rock, rock, Kazaa. Gentlemen, make some noise. Alan, leave her purse alone, Alan. Alan, leave. Don't you dare, Alan. Leave that purse alone. Man, make some noise! Let's see. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Nice. Okay, it's time for your revenge. Please grab a pie. Okay, stand a bit closer, my man. Stand a bit closer. All right. Gentlemen, are you ready? Let's go! 3, 2, 1, slap!
So we are now on the vehicle section. There's far too much for me to bring you footage, but this one alone here, I think, gives you an idea of what's going on. Let's just get a little closer, yeah. It's proper. They call them trucks in the States. It's a truck. And Cortina XR6 M4. Very nice looking one, that. Number, and there's a Beetle there I want to see. V8 compressor. There's a shadow line, that's all I can say.
I'm driving a Cherry.
Now this in South Africa is more than a icon. This car goes back 80s. In fact, I remember seeing this in 89, I think it was, the shadow line, and it is indeed the 325, and it's looking pretty neat. Look at that. Very nice. Beetle, and that's an unusual one. Everything is being modified, even the seats. Yes, there's nothing standard yet. That's quite cool. On a Golf. It's an interesting interior. Very cool. Amazing what people do with their vehicles. And lots of sound. Lots of sound, yeah. And a Porsche. I think this Porsche is going to deserve some pictures as well, not just video. I mean, look at this. That I can't tell, unfortunately. But look at it. That's an original rim there. This is a proper. Wow, man, this is 50s, isn't it? Must be. Speedster. Absolutely stunning. And an Alpha. Super 1600. Some Porsches. And of course, the American Chevy. Wow. This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Look at this. Out of this world. Tinted windows. I'm not sure if they used to do that in the old days or not. But the car certainly looks original. Nobody yet to help me with years, but this is a stunner, absolute stunner. And finally, I'm home after a fantastic day spent at CFC International during the Manhood convention, which was absolutely stunning. All I have to say is I was going to give a testimony about this church and my testimony concerning my salvation as a result of a number of things that took place in my youth, and I want to go as quickly as I can because my testimony is so long, it's lifelong, and there are far too many things that I could talk about. But I'm going to talk about the primary reason why it is I ended up at the church that I go to for the last 23 years. Now that is a long time if you consider how long it took me. I take that back. I said that is not a long time considering it took me 11 years to go to the church in the first place. I want to be quick. I arrived in 87 in Nelspruit as a youth. I was probably 18 years old or something to that effect, and a pilot. And divided by two worlds, I was living with 1 foot in hell and 1 foot in heaven, as they normally say. All I can tell you is after a huge accident in Alberton, rolling down a mountain with the boss of mine at the time, the car taking down a couple of trees, landing upside down, 8, 9 o'clock at night in the bush, caused that I change my attitude and resolve concerning having 1 foot in hell and 1 in heaven. As a result, I ended up being born again and taking firm decisions as to the kind of future I would prefer taking. Despite the fact that even though I was warned to come to the church that you now saw, at that time, 11 years later, I was still in disobedience and did not do it. Until one day, after returning from Europe, because I've migrated often as a result of war, refugee status, Angola, Mozambique, the usual current affairs of our world. But just to say that in the end, I joined the church. It's now 23 years of service, of getting fed by the word and going through the motions in a place where I've called home for the last 23 years. So, after giving my life to the Lord, I've decided to make some amends, but as I said, it took a long time before I actually decided to live in line with the word, which is probably one of the most challenging situations once you become a born-again Christian. Anyway, awesome day, and all I can tell you is that I dreamt as a young born-again Christian going to church and seeing these events, and after the footage that you saw, I was one of those that would come and see the equipment and the lineouts of vehicles, motorcycles, events. And I dreamt that one day I'd have my dream bike, which is this one, in the church, as an example to what, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful motorcycles in the world. So, thank God for what He's done in my life. Like I said, my testimonies are far too huge to put on this video, but I had to bring it up as a result of having mentioned it earlier on. So, here she is. I have to admit, in the cold weather, she carries on the 2000 RPMs. She just doesn't warm up when the temperatures are bad. I'm sure it's a normal situation. I will try and find out more about it as time develops, as I get to know more. But in summer, I don't have that problem. And it was an awesome day. The message was absolutely out of this world. As I said, it was a men's conference, and I think most of us needed to hear what we got to hear. So, wherever you are, if you've liked this footage, and I know that it's been a while since I've last posted the video, at least here's one to confirm that I'm still around, still riding. Just never managed to post one last week, but here it is. Please like, please subscribe. Have an awesome day, morning, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless. Cheerio.